trading post, a gathering for many southeastern tribes. As this city was named New Orleans in 1718, the homeless moved to another marketplace, Bayou St. John and City Park. Bayou St. John and that area was our hunting grounds, and we also had a trading post. This week you will probably also enjoy the Carnival Square. Originally that was our tribal people, that was our green corn ceremony. Our Homo people footprints is all over the state of Louisiana. Baton Rouge, which is our state capital. When the French explorers came, they seen a red stick, but that red stick was a boundary line between our tribe and Bayous. And to this day, there's a red stick at Southern to represent it. Remember, a land acknowledgement is the first step. A land acknowledgement can increase the visibility of silenced population. It teaches others indigenous land and rights of the local history. However, I encourage you to find ways to uplift, truly empower the people you're acknowledging today. Some ideas to empower your local indigenous groups is by volunteering with indigenous organizations, supporting indigenous-owned businesses. Continue to educate yourself about indigenous people. Hiring Native people within your community. Support and encourage others to support indigenous-led grassroots campaign. Thank you all for allowing me to shed some light on who my people are and who are our tribes here in Louisiana in the present day, and my ancestors who roamed this land freely where we are standing today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you and welcome to the opening general session of Ncore 2023 featuring keynote session by David Troyer. My name is Justin Links and I am I use he, him pronouns, and I am the program administrator for the conference. I would like to thank John Paul, former chairman of the Chitimacha, T.A. Weir, tribal veteran of Coshada, Chief Libby Rogers, Genevand of the Choctaw, Earl Barber Jr., former counselor of the Tunica Biloxi, and of course, Chief Chasan, principal chief of the United Homa Nation. Thank you, Chief Chasan, for also inviting me to come here early to share in the community with you and at your father's merino, for the nourishment of a crab boil and for introducing me to the Homa for the first time. I thought I had been here before now. Amid the strains and distractions and structures and institutions, it's very easy to lose track of where we are, who we are in this place on lands where we build our ordinary lives. This is in part why place-based peoples call on us to acknowledge the land. When you come to Homa, you may bear witness to the sweet fragrance of black grasses and trees, sounds like raspy songs, red-winged blackbirds piercing the ear, intermingling with creeping, mysterious sounds of insects, locusts, and bullfrogs. A mixtape for majestic cypress whose treetops may be adorned with eagles' nests, their branches draped with ethereally beautiful mosses floating on breezes. You may encounter sea life following the ebbs and flows of tides in timeless succession, or the deeply thrilling growls of alligators that call forth responses of wilderness you thought lost. You come to this place, this land, your understanding of the vulnerability of these vital, yet still abundant native lifeways may come alive. Great beauty persisting, surrounded and impacted by a vast array of colonial and climatic forces. Here people still live in easeful accordance with ways of being that are grounded in place, even as memories of what was are fading. When we enter into this call into community, here in this place, on this land, may we find that also. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to please welcome to the stage Dr. Belinda Bisco, the Senior Associate Vice President for University Outreach at the College of Continuing Education at the University of Oklahoma. Thank you.
Good afternoon. But before I start, I really want to thank the tribal delegates for the heartfelt ceremonial opening, the prayer, and the acknowledgement. Let's give them another wonderful round of applause. Good afternoon. Just as Justin said, I'm Belinda Bisco, the Senior Associate Vice President for Outreach and the College of Continuing Education at the University of Oklahoma. Welcome to this 35th Annual National Conference on Race and Ethnicity in Higher Education. Let me first begin by thanking our president. As many of you were walking in, you might have caught a glimpse of him on the screen, Joe Peruse, for his warm virtual welcome and inviting remarks from the University of Oklahoma. A round of applause for our president. Well, I am really heartened to see so many new and so many dear and familiar faces this year. So tell me, who's super excited to be here with us in Nolens? Well, you're excited too, if you can't tell. So I want to say welcome to those of you who are new, and welcome back for those of you who are what I call old Ncoreans, and I don't mean that literally. A warm welcome to the 35th National Conference on Race and Ethnicity in Higher Education, Ncore, in the vibrant city of New Orleans. It is an honor to stand before you today as we embark on this remarkable journey of knowledge, understanding, and progress. On behalf of the University of Oklahoma Outreach, College of Continuing Education, and our staff, hands to our staff over there at the Southwest Center for Human Relations Studies, and our Center Executive Committee members, we extend our deepest gratitude to each one of you joining us here today. We gather here in the vibrant city of New Orleans, a place known for its rich history, diverse cultures, and resilience in the face of adversity. New Orleans serves as a fitting backdrop for Ncore as we seek to build bridges, foster dialogue, and create lasting change in the landscape of education. With over 5,000 attendees. Yes. In our midst today, this conference is a testament to the collective commitment we share in dismantling barriers, dismantling prejudice, and promoting social justice within the hallowed halls of the Academy. The vast array of perspectives, experiences, and expertise represented in this room is evidence of our collective power to effect meaningful change. Over the course of the next several days, we will embark on a journey exploring innovative ideas, engaging in thought-provoking discussions, and nurturing collaborations that transcend our institution's boundaries. We will delve into topics that shape the institutions, challenge our perceptions, and redefine the very essence of education in our society. We want you to leave Ncore and return to your institutions resolved to build a future where equity, inclusivity, and social justice are not just ideals, but the foundation upon which our institutions are built. As we gather here today, let's remember the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The time is always right to do what is right. Now more than ever, we must confront the challenges that lie before us head on, armed with knowledge, empathy, and a steadfast commitment to change. Together we can break down barriers, shatter stereotypes, and create a world where everyone, regardless of their background, has an opportunity to thrive in our institutions. So welcome. I want to do just some quick acknowledgments because really without those who support us, work with us, this conference would just not be a reality. So there are a few groups I want to acknowledge, and when I call your group, please stand or wave your hand or do whatever you want to do to be acknowledged if you can't stand. And then remain standing until all groups are called. And I'm going to ask people to hold your applause until all groups are called. So the first group I want to call is our National Advisory Council. National Advisory Council members, please stand. The program planning retreat participants, Ncore caucus leaders, executive committee members of the Southwest Center for Human Relations Studies, Ncore student scholars around the country, volunteers. We have volunteers from Oklahoma who give their time freely, and then our staff from the Southwest Center for Human Relations Studies. Let's give all these folks a big round. And just a quick little tidbit, Justin, our senior program administrator, I understand someone special is here for you. Becky, his mom, Becky, wherever you are, if you will raise your hand. So first time at Ncore, we welcome you. There are also some sponsors I want to acknowledge who have made significant contributions to the conference this year. You will see their names on the screens, but their generous contributions strengthen, enhance, and elevate our program the offerings of our program. So I want to acknowledge them. The NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association Office of Inclusion, the University of Colorado System, Texas A&M University, University of Kentucky, the University of Oklahoma Outreach College of Continuing Education, Portland State University, MGM, Diverse Issues, Insight, Latinos in Higher Education, Mount San Antonio College, Tulane University, and the University of New Orleans. Let's give our sponsors a big hand. Just a few more closing comments. We're very grateful this year for our continued growth in our student attendees. And I continue to say that I really want us to take care of this generation. I, for one, as an aging baby boomer, recognize that my Social Security depends on you. So I want all the conference attendees to make sure you give out a lot of love to the Gen Xers, the Gen Zers, the Gen whatever. Love on these young people. So let's send a lot of love in their direction. Students, please stand and be recognized. So we invite you to visit the wonderful Ncore 2023 exhibitors found throughout the pre-function space on the 3rd level. You'll see old-time vendors there, as well as new folks who have not been there. You'll find consultants, university representatives, advocates for change. So we want to say thank you to our 2023 exhibitors. I also want to call your attention to JC Score, the journal committed to social change on race and ethnicity in higher education. JC Score is the peer-reviewed journal of Ncore, and believe it or not, the brainstorming for this journal started 9 years ago here in New Orleans. So this year, JC Score has published over 113 peer-reviewed journals with over 800 citations and 150,000 downloads. So please check it out. It is an open source journal, so consume it. On another note, we have a Jewish caucus convening for the first time at Ncore. Please check the program guide for the meeting dates and times for this caucus and other caucuses which were birthed at Ncore over many decades ago. And in closing now, once again, I want to extend my warmest welcome to each of you. May this 35th National Conference on Race and Ethnicity become a transformative experience. And now I want to bring our Center Director, Dr. Anthony Natali, to the stage, and he will offer some brief but exciting remarks. Dr. Natali.
Woo. Right up here. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Ncore Conference presented to you by the Southwest Center for Human Relations Studies at the University of Oklahoma Outreach College of Continuing Education. I thank President Harous for his remarks and unwavering support for Ncore. I also want to thank Dr. Biscoe for her welcome and words for reflection. Although I'm an associate professor of social work and an educator of 18 years of experience, I stand before you today humbly as a student, fully understanding that I have something to learn from each and every one of you. So I hope you'll say hello during the week and that we'll continue the learning together. I first want to acknowledge that it is Asian, Pacific Islander, Native Hawaiian, Desi American, and Indigenous peoples of Oceania Heritage Month. A month-long celebration, uplifting of diverse identities, experiences, histories, and cultures. And I would be remiss if I did not also acknowledge that tomorrow begins Pride Month for members of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, asexual, transgender, non-binary, intersex, queer, questioning, two-spirit, and all other community members. I hope Ncore provides opportunities for you to learn more about each, and particularly how racism, cisgenderism, and homophobia deepen the challenges and effects of discriminatory higher education policies and practices for folks who exist at these intersections. Higher education institutions are not immune to systemic injustices such as racism, colorism, classism, sexism, cisgenderism, and homophobia, as well as ableism, ageism, religious intolerance, discrimination by body size, and xenophobia. Despite efforts to create diverse and inclusive environments, these forms of discrimination persist in academic settings. Now is the time to move beyond awareness to commitment to meaningful actions in inclusion, diversity, equity, accessibility, belonging, and sovereignty. I know the Ncore Conference is filled with sessions to help you do just that. Or for those already acting, some additional tools or perspectives to add to your collection. I want to thank the artist Brandon B. Mike Odoms, a native of New Orleans, who collaborate with us to provide you with the fabulous cover art, which sets the program context in his city. He will be joining us to sign purchase posters Thursdays at Books and Beignets at 6 p.m. in the district, which is located across from registration. As we start this week, we are delighted to acknowledge Ncore Connections, our virtual experience is slated for November 1st through 3rd. And if you register before the end of July, you'll receive 35% discount off registration to celebrate our 35th Ncore. Also, in a nod to the future, it is now time to announce where Ncore will be held in 2024. We have chosen a city that offers many surprises, and we've listened to your voices and selected a destination with deep history and unique cultural roots. Do I have you guessing it?
No.
Let me show you.
Here, this is an example of non-accessibility. For people who are blind, like me, and other people that have to deal with disabilities.
Destination that offers an array of captivating experiences. We invite you to engage with this place's unique heritage and natural wonders, but we kindly ask that you approach them with a sense of respect and reverence. This could include entering Hawaii with the mindset of giving more than you take, or deepening your ability to join in solidarity with sovereign and place-based peoples, such as those who identify as Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander, or as Indigenous peoples of Oceania. We call upon you to connect your Ncore 2024 experience and practices to the natural surroundings in a way that advances environmental justice. Let us embrace the concept of take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints. By acknowledging that the true value of Hawaii lies in the knowledge, historical understanding, and cultural humility that it offers. And now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage my colleague and friend, Dr. Heather Schott, Executive Committee of the Southwest Center for Human Relations Studies, who will introduce our first keynote speaker.